Hi everyone, it's Erin. It's March 29th, Easter weekend, and I have an alert and update on Jason Patrick, written by Kelly Rippey, posted by Maureen Peltier. Giant monkey wrench, and people wonder why I'm a worst case scenario girl. Big sigh, in all honesty, after an hour of sobbing. All plans are off. Jason is in a tailspin. He's not coming to Washington. He must take the jail transport tomorrow morning, I believe at 8:30 a.m., Friday, March 30th, to the probation office in Portland. I'm told that the pretrial office is different than probation, and after an internet search I see there are 3 in Portland. From there I'm told he is only approved for a homeless shelter. Color me seriously confused. They've been trying to get him to sign documents for days, waiving his rights to a hearing and to counsel, and agreeing to rules and conditions they won't give him or let him read. He is free to contact counsel, if he can be reached in the confines and restraints of when and how he is allowed to make calls. And by an outside call today, we learned counsel is out of the office this week. And then Sergeant Mo goes on to say, so right now, we're very unsure exactly where in Portland we will be able to first see him, and we are unsure what homeless shelter he will be placed in. His attorney will be in next week, so that hasn't helped, and I learned that at this point his attorney is transitioning or has into only the capacity of his appeals attorney and may not be able to assist or represent any issues with POs or pretrial from this point. But that's just from the front desk, so we're very unsure at this point how or even if next week his attorney will have any impact. Again, calls will be made today in an attempt to figure out where and when in Portland, Oregon, his family should be to first see John. And then Maureen says, this was from the intent and not at all what we have seen in the last 2 years. However, this came up as soon as Washington PO wanted to add stipulations regarding him having a state ID on him at all times. So Washington Parole has declined to have him as a parolee. Now Oregon is simply throwing him in a homeless shelter for his new address when he was going to go live with his sister and mother, I think in Washington State. And some of the comments here are quite ironic. He has a place to go, but they're taking him to a homeless shelter. That makes no sense. And the other thing is, really good point here. It says, he'd be fine if he was illegal to be in Washington, Seattle, Washington, because illegals are allowed to be there in Seattle, Washington, with no paperwork. They can get driver's licenses, they can vote, they can get food stamps, free housing, free medical care, and any emergency room for their sanctuary city. Anyway, I'm really feeling sorry for Jason Patrick right now because he just wants to go home to his family, and they're being absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, thanks for your prayers and listening, and have a great weekend.